So here we are in our humble abode, what's going to be anyway for the foreseeable future, thanks to Arnie. Obviously, I'd look to get back on my feet. This is just the start of trying to rebuild my reputation and trying to get back, at least get into a paid position so then I can look to get my own place. But yeah, many thanks to Arnie. Today we've got some transfers to go through and some staff intake as well. And then it's first game of the season, which is going to be the first leg of a cup tie, just to see how we play. Obviously, we're going to go through all those fixtures that we've had, i.e. the friendlies, etc. Not in too much depth, but let's get into it. Come on, boys! And welcome back to the channel. It's GWFM here, and we've got, of course, the Scandinavian Getaway, episode 2, and we're going to be looking in depth of what's been going on in the, I was going to say the summer, but we're in the middle of the beginning of the spring. I'm not entirely sure when winter ends now off the top of my head, but we've got quite a lot to get through. What we'll do is I'll go through the transfers on that first, so let's get into it, shall we? First of all, here's one that maybe might come in. We've had 6 transfers in terms of the players, and let's be honest, the player pool what I can get is absolutely abysmal. I'd say at most 20 players to choose from, and occasionally another one keeps popping up like on my scouting feed because I somehow managed to get some scouts that want to work for nothing. So yeah, that's pretty damn sweet. But first of all, we've got Lucas Solheim, who was one of 2 players who was available to play on the left-hand side. 5-star ability, 5-star potential. As you can see, he's a load of dog shit. I am retraining him to play in that position there because that's how we play. Next up is John Eliasson. All these players, of course, playing for nothing. This is a goalkeeper, one of, I think, 3. Might be 3 we signed, maybe 2. Handling was decent. That was about it. Next is Roy Muritzen, a decent player with some potential. 2-star ability to start off with, it, which I didn't think was bad for a goalkeeper as well. Again, potential, it's here or neither here nor there, whatever that saying is. But yeah, he is also good at handling, a little bit better at the reflexes and what have you, and a couple of other interesting attributes, including like strength of 3. So he's going to be really good. The ball's probably just going to hit him, it's going to knock him over. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. Next is Fuglufjordur Danielsson. I might just rename him right here, right now, to Danielsson because. Danielsson, because from the Karate Kid with Mr. Miyagi. So yeah, bit easier to say. All these guys have come from like Vesta, Højvik. Danielsson came from them. Ari Johansson, he is the next one in line. It's a defender. We were lacking in the defensive positions. It was deemed a decent potential player. So I thought, just on the off chance we can actually improve them, which you can see a couple of areas are improving. So that's pretty damn sweet, if I'm honest. Not the most determined player, but some half-decent physicals, including jumping reach, and he's one of the stronger players as well, believe it or not. And then lastly, we've got Osser Johansson. It was another goalkeeper, another one who's got 5-star potential. I think it is this guy who is going to be playing for the under-19s this season because I wanted to get some game time. Again, decent handling, but not very good at anything else. So yeah, that is all we've managed to bring in so far. We haven't let anyone go so far. The only thing I want to go through is the staff members who we've brought in. Obviously, there's myself as the manager. Jacob Johansson was the first person to bring in, who is a physio, 5 physiotherapy. It's probably the best I can hope for here. Chief Scout Sorensen, 3 and 2. Not exactly going to pull up any trees in terms of finding any hidden gems, I don't think. Andreas Mortensen is the next 3 and 3. Ari Olsen is our under 19s manager with working with youngsters 11, which I didn't think were bad. And 4s and 5s across the board I didn't think was terrible for this level. But yeah, he's again, it's not very good. I mean, looking at my stats, I mean, there you go. I've actually gone up already in a couple of the attributes. Motivator's gone up to 5. Fantastic. Just from the friendlies. I'll get into that shortly. But John Johansson is the head of youth development with 10 working with youngsters and 3 and 4 for the judging player potential, which is, I think, he's his best one to be fair in a scouting sense. Working with youngsters, coach is for the first team, 4s across the board, pretty much apart from defending. Not the best, of course, but yeah, what can you do at this level? Under 19s assistant manager is Solveig Poulsen. Working youngsters 16, fantastic, but everything else is dog shit, to be honest. Oscar Olsen is a goalkeeping coach with 4 across the board for the goalkeeping attributes. Not too bad with the DDM, i.e. determination, discipline, and motivating. I say not too bad. The discipline is decent at 13. And then lastly, we've got Oliver Jansgaard as a head physio with 5 physiotherapists, so buzzing as tits off. Next up, we will have a quick look at the finances because we have been hit hard, even though we're not paying anyone apart from no one. There's no one getting paid, but yet we're losing money. We're actually into the red now. We had to start off with $5,000, and now we're down to that. I haven't used any of the scouting budget, which we've got 1,200, which I don't really know what to say with that, but it is what it is. Now, looking at how we've done in the friendlies, which is a lot of fun and games. Yeah, not very well. You know it's going to go well when you've just narrowly beaten your under-19s 6-5. It tells you how level the playing field actually is. Then we had a game against HB2. We drew 2-all. B36 2, the second team, I'm guessing. We drew 4-all with them. I'm not really going to go too much in detail. Then we lost 2-0 to Vesta. We're in the top division, I believe. Torshavn, worst result. They're in the top division. We lost 8-0. That's actually my worst result on any football manager for quite some time. 6-0. Colne's second team. I was hoping for a bit of money from that. It didn't seem to have helped. It said I was going to get about 16 grand. I thought, oh, that'll do quite nicely, actually. Scarlet IF beat us 4-2. Klaksvik, we lost 3-1. Then we lost to that team, Fuglufjordur. I want to say is how you pronounce it. Any help would be greatly appreciated, of course. Lost 3-4, a little bit unlucky really in that one. And then TB, this is like 3 teams in one. TB, FCS and Royn, we lost 3-2 to them. So most of those teams in the higher divisions, in fact every single team in the higher divisions, but I think the first 2 were in the division above us, and then 2 divisions above in the top division, while the rest, aside from obviously Köln, second team, which is obviously in Germany. So today we've got our first game against AB Fro. They don't have a page. That's how low they are. Their key player, I'm going to hazard a guess, is probably this guy here. Well, looking at all these, they are all shit up. We are shagged. We are going to struggle. But they don't look that good, do they? They don't. But saying that they are in a division above us? No, they're in the same division as us. They are currently second after no games have been played. So, let's get into today's game, shall we? Right, so this is the team we're going to be going for. Same formation as what you saw. I think I showed you in the last one. Except for we're going to go for a defensive fullback at left fullback because they just seem to be shit, basically. They're all crap at doing anything technical. I mean, passing the 4 is the best attribute you can see. Apparently, the left back that I've got on the bench, which is Hannes Mortensen, he's got a lot of improvement. I mean, would you go for him? He's better at tackling, but his mentals are not. I don't think they're as good. Fitness is decent. You know what? I'm going to go for Mortensen. I think he's going to be better than Jacobson. Jacobson is 25 years old. He's not going to get much better. He's just a little bit. He's quite quick, and his work rate's decent. But looking at him, he's quicker off the mark. Natural fitness is decent. He's not the best in terms of work rate. That's the one thing that lets him down. But it's decent at tackling. And the fact he's showing him some improvement is making me think I should go for him. So yeah, we're going to go Maritson in goal. We've got Poulsen at right back. Poulsen in centre back. Nielsen at other centre back. Martinson at left back. We're going to have Clementson alongside Absalonson. Absalonson seems like a bit of a mouthful. We've got Jacobson on the left. We've got Danielson or Danielson. And might need Danielson. Maybe Samuelson and Thompson up top. One other thing to note is we've got a lot of players, obviously. Jacobson, our best striker with his 6th finishing, is actually injured for 3 to 6 weeks. So, awesome. Right, let's get into today's game. Let's kick some ass. Let's get off to a flyer in this cup game. Everyone is fucked because you can't do anything about it because fitness is just a disgrace in terms of we don't really have any fitness coaches, if I'm completely honest with you. It's going to be a struggle. We've conceded a lot of goals. We've scored a few, but nowhere near as many as what we've conceded. So it's going to be very interesting to see. They've actually got real faces on their team, on their players. We've literally got a couple of blacked out players, and that is it. So I'm going to say this is going to be a tough game, and I'm going to say we're going to beat them. Oh, we all know. I was going to say we're going to get beat by 2-0 or something like that. Hopefully not. We'll have to wait and see. I've got 5 motivation now. Come on. Yes, some greenery. Come on. I'm buzzing for it. First game of the season. Look at that pitch. Look nice, that, didn't it? Look at the trees. Trees. Forestry. We are in the middle kind of nowhere. There's trees somewhere nearby. Mid-yard. This is going to be a fun game to commentate. I was going to say this has been a very fun game to commentate, but That's the first highlight that we've had. So yeah, fantastic. We're in 5th position, so lofty heights at the minute. They've had a lot of chances. We've had next to none. We've had 1, which is quite literally next to none. So it's half time, and it's not looking that promising, if I'm honest with you. The idea is we just try to do as best as we can this season, and if we can get another job afterwards, then that's the idea. But I am going to say, just to G them up a little bit, I'm going to say I'm happy because we're not getting beat. That's going to be the aim. But yeah, come on, boys. We can do with this at second half. Come on. You can do it. Right. Come on. This is the best you'll see of our play. I'm telling you now. Right, here we go. Got instant highlight in the second half. Guarantee they're going to score because they're going to run behind. And he's going to put it wide. Keeper a bit of no man's land, but yeah. Right, so we've got a highlight. I was just about to make a change, but never mind. Drangerstein plays it in towards Nielsen Clementson. Is there a counter on? Come on now, boys. Come on, can we FM the game for once? No, we can get tackled instead. Oh, can we? Thompson, play it. Oh, come on, man. He was in Shady Acres. My dog, come on. Nielsen has a shot way wide. I'll take it all day long, that. The game, doing that. Nothing else, you sick animals. Right, try to make some changes. Let's see. We'll just join us in a sec. Right, so I'm just going to make the 2 changes. Hence is going to go into the box. Well, he's going to come on and play in the box-to-box midfield. Rowe is coming on for Danielson. Absalonson is going on the wing. Solheim's going on the other. Learn it a little bit more. And yeah, see where it takes us. But I'm hoping, because I definitely need to strengthen this team. This team is absolutely dog turd. And as you can see there, it's reflected by that. Wait, I'm not familiar with this sort of thing when I use this tactic, so it goes to show. I mean, I haven't got the correct players, so I might have to start playing around with some of the tactics. It's something I don't really want to do, but you never know. We did score some goals, like I said, in the pre-season, so I'm hoping that the teams that we're playing are a similar stature. I mean, I was hoping that this team weren't going to do that. Bjarke Christiansen Nielsen. It's an impressive name. But that's one thing I haven't been doing. I haven't been encouraging, so maybe that's what I've been doing wrong. But they have been the far better team, and I'm going to say now that they're obviously going to go in first position until we get beat by the next team. But here we go. We've got another highlight. It's a terrible header straight to Moore. Oh, Morrison with a save. I can't believe it. That's like almost as good as a goal, if I'm being completely honest. So this is going to be very, very, very tough. I can say that with a lot of confidence. We are going to take off one of the strikers and give Arne Rafnason. He's going to get a game. Thompson's the one who's got. Well, he's looking knackered actually. So let's putting him on. These two are they better the other way? No. Let's just get into the game. They made a change as well. And yeah, this is not looking that good if I'm honest with you. There's a highlight though. Can we get a late equaliser? Come on, Solheim. Show your worth. Rafnason, it's a terrible ball, but Solheim, terrible ball as well. And yeah, the defence just give up. Oh, good save, and then yeah, good save by the post, by the way. 2-0, game over, job done for them, and yeah, it's going to be a long season. I'm not going to lie, giving away like a Chili Pepper song by our star man that we signed on the left wing. And yeah, it results in a goal, one of many Paulsons. Can we get an instant goal? Just a bit of a consolation. 3-0 would be a little bit harsh on us, even though it probably would be deserved for them. And there are 4 clear-cut chances for starters. Oh, there we go, Samuelson. That is what we are capable of. Get in. That's what we're capable of. Nothing to do with them scoring an own goal, honestly. Mid-jawed. Keep wanting to say Milord, like on Warcraft 2. Milord. Job's done. Or whatever it is. But yeah, leapt like a salmon for me there, but Major apparently just decided to give us a, probably thought it were a bit undeserved, them going up. Oh, Rafnason and Dahl just with magnets in his hands. That's a shame. Good effort though. 2-1, first game with the team, with the boys. I'll take that. That's quite an impressive performance. I'm going to say unlucky, and I'm glad they've been relaxed with that because that's going to help with the motivating factor. Because motivating is key, and I think if you've got a low motivating stat, it's always going to be hard. But we are in 6th. We've got the best defeat, if that makes sense. But yeah, awesome. Let's have a look and see when we're going to be coming back. I've just realised that was actually the first game of the season in the league. The next couple of games is the cup games. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play the next 2 games off camera. I'm going to come back for for the other leg of the cup. Hopefully the damage will already be done. We're playing against If Fuglufjordur. them. They're in the top division, I believe. The Premier League, and have been for several years, for 20 years at least. And yeah, it's it's going to be an interesting time. Let's see if we can break the record for an aggregate scoreline against us. So it's going to be an interesting season, as you can tell. Conceding goals left, right, and centre. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting season, as I mentioned. Hopefully, you can join us for the next episode in that cup game. Might see us leave the competition straight away, but in a record fashion in terms of losing by a massive amount of aggregate. That's what I'm expecting. But yeah, hopefully you can join us for it regardless. And until then, I will see you then. Bye-bye.